To walk this evening. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Tom and Stacy. So just a few minutes ago, I had the opportunity to talk with somebody who was actually on the USS Cobia as it traveled from Sturgeon Bay all the way back to Manitowoc today. He told me that it was definitely emotional for himself as well as everybody else on board the submarine when they got to Manitowoc and they saw those huge crowds of people that came out here in order to welcome the submarine back to the city. The voyage took about 8 hours. The repair and restoration work took about 5 weeks, and we're told that this is the first time in about 30 years that the submarine had been dry docked. The USS Cobia is a World War II submarine that took out 13 Japanese vessels during the war. It eventually made its way to Manitowoc as a memorial to all the soldiers who fought on submarines during wartime, and really has become an iconic part of the city that residents are truly proud of, which probably explains the huge crowds here this afternoon to welcome it home. We spoke to one person who was on the submarine during its voyage, saying it was an absolute privilege and that it was not lost on him how special and unique it was to ride on Lake Michigan on a World War II submarine, describing the trip as beautiful and emotional, especially when they got to Manitowoc and saw the crowds.
I think it means so much to this community because it's the piece of history we hold for what Manitowoc did during World War II. Manitowoc here built 28 submarines during the war. Many individuals worked at the shipyards. And it wasn't only the shipyard during wartime Manitowoc, it was other industries that brought together the whole community that really boosted Manitowoc's wartime effort and brought, at that point, a nation together.
And Tom and Stacy, I also spoke to a U.S. Navy veteran who volunteers his time to be a tour guide here on the USS Cobia. He says it's so amazing to have the Cobia back here in Manitowoc, and that he also thought that it was amazing to see the huge crowds of people that wanted to be here in order to welcome the submarine back to Manitowoc. Live from Manitowoc, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.